This video will show you how to use the graph and table features of the TI nSpire CAS calculator to assist you in working this problem. A subsequent video will show you how to enter the data and use a regression calculation to also determine the function. So if we read the problem, given the exponential function table of values below, determine the equation of the function. So we have x values and y values. And we've already been told that it's an exponential function. So I know that the overall form of the function is going to be y equals some vertical shrink or stretch times the base of the function to the x power. Now I could have other transformations, but we're going to assume it's this simple. So I look at my y values. So I'm going to do 5 divided by the previous value. So 5 divided by 5/3. I can rewrite 5 as 5 over 1, and dividing with fractions is easy as pi. Flip the bottom and multiply. So the 5's cancel out, and this is a 3. So to get from here to here, I multiplied by 3. To get from 5 to 15, I do the same thing, multiply by 3. 15 to 45, same process, and 45 times 3 is 135. So I've determined that the base of this function is 3. So it's going to be y equals a vertical shrink or stretch times 3 to the x power. So I'm now going to go to the calculator. So I'm going to add a graph page and put in 3 raised to the power of x. So just looking at the graph, I'm going through 0, 1, and if I go to menu, choice number 7 is table. And in that menu, I get one choice really, a split screen table. So I'm going to hit 1, and I get x values here and y values. So I'm also going to go menu, 2 for table, and edit table settings. So here the table starts with x equals 0, the step is 1. I'm going to change the table start to -1 to match my problem table. I'm going to leave the independent variable and the dependent variable as auto, and it's going to go up from -1, one at a time. So I'm going to hit OK, and I see I'm going 1/3, 1, 3, 9, 3. So in my table of data, my y-intercept is 0, 5. Here it's 0, 1. So I'm going to click on the graph half of this, go back to tab, go up to F1, and add a vertical stretch of 5. And here I'm going through 0, 5. 1.666 repeating is 5/3, then 5, 15, 45, 135. So I've matched the table of data that was given exactly. So if I go back to my problem, I know that the vertical stretch is 5, and the complete function is f of x equals 5 times 3 to the x power. So going through that sequence again, I'm going to start a new problem by going doc for the documents page, 4 for insert, 1 for new problem, and 2 for a graph page. And I'm going to go 5 times 3 raised to the x power, enter, does the graph, and I'm going to go menu, 7 for table, 1 for split screen. And I could click up to get to 0 and then -1, but the software kind of keeps going up. So I'm going to go menu, 2 for table, 5 for edit table settings, start at -1, leave these two as they were, and I get my data table. So that concludes this video. In the next video, I'll show you how to do the same problem using a regression in the calculator.